All right, welcome back, everybody. This Friday, there's a viewer suggestion. Kind of the viewer suggestions. We have no suggestions this week. I finished them all on Wednesday because I had a long stream. It was nice. I will put away
First
my
time in a
sneaky.
while.
Yeah, first time in a while. Let's see. Microphone's working. Discord's working. Druid is with us today. Welcome in.
Howdy.
Yeah, we've been talking about game stuff all morning,
Yeah.
which is good. I think it needs to be done. I think I also like the idea of choosing bonus towers as a reward option, like a static reward
Yeah,
option.
yeah.
I think that's smart. So maybe we'll
I do too.
fiddle with that. Plus, it's 5 more pearls. It makes the RNG worse. Everybody loves that. Today, we're going to be hanging out. We're going to be drawing an attack cricket based off this magic card. There's a lot of weird stuff going on with this card.
Alpha the Guard Hound?
Yeah. I was talking to them and they were like, "Yeah, we really like this card. We want to take like the kind of the concept from it. It has like this armored attack dog." I'm like, "Great, that's fine." And like it's a cricket because they're animals, so it'd be weird for an animal to have an attack dog. So they have attack bugs. But I'm like, it feels weird to me to put armor on a bug. And they're like, yeah, that's strange. So I don't know how I'm going to do that. I don't know what I'm going to do with that yet.
Because, I mean, like, bugs are already made of armor.
Yeah. Let's do this. I only need the doggo. Get a little more space for myself. That's our reference. We got another reference over here. I really wish in Photoshop I could put things outside my drawing area.
Yeah. That's one of the areas where Crit has got a leg up.
I know there's a way to have, like, I could make it its own separate file and then lock that, but then I have a whole file.
Yeah. Do you really not have any way to pin it as a reference outside the drawing?
I don't think so. Maybe if I make it an artboard instead of a drawing? I don't know. Like the other way I've done it in the past is like I can grab this and I can make it, oops, not save as. I can make a new folder, paste it into that, and then make it its own thing. And then, wait, show on top? Is that what it is? Nope, I don't remember how to do it. There's got to be a way. I'm sure there is.
Yeah. Google AI is only saying your options are use artboards or use a separate window side by side.
Okay. So we don't need to worry about it.
Yep.
I need to make this bug look cutely ferocious. And I think that just means bigger eyeballs. More derpy, maybe?
Maybe. Crickets are not a thing that I generally think of as being particularly cute.
Same. But we are still in the sketching phase, so we have some leeway here.
Yeah.
How many legs they got? We got 1, 2, and then the big leg. Okay, so the big leg is going to be important here. Gotta get our giant drumstick in here. I don't like their weird butt tendrils.
Yeah, me neither.
That's always another thing I don't like about it. Atomic, welcome in. Happy belated birthday. Thank you. Thank you. It was last week, but it was good. It was a good birthday. Honestly, I don't think anything happened. I think that made it okay. just a little action. Oh no, the cricket's faces are just all kinds of weird.
Yeah.
It's like we got this is the mandible, I think. This is the mandible. This is slightly off. This is gonna be a cluster of bug drawing shenanigans, I think. There's also like 1,000 types of crickets.
Yeah. Yeah.
Not helpful. These eyes are too small compared to this one. This one, I don't. Are these the same? I don't think they are. Like, look where the eye is. Maybe this is just farther out than I think it is. Like, let's look at this real quick. So if we got, let's drop this opacity down. We'll do a quick sketch over here. Turn that off. Grab this up here. So we got. Ooh, you know what? Let's do it this way. Let's grab a. Maybe we can find the symmetry in this. Go from there.
Oh, I forgot about mole crickets.
Mole crickets? What is a mole cricket?
Rawr. They look like eldritch horrors.
Good. That's what we need.
Okay.
Today's mine 40 this year. Congrats. Congrats on your first stat debuff. When is middle age? What do we count as middle age? Is 30 middle age or 40 middle age?
Depends on your accessibility to healthcare.
That's absolutely fair. Oops. Okay, so this is what I want to look at. We've got like the helmet. Okay. We've got a bug skull here. We've got a little bug skull here. And we've got like a nose plate. I don't know if that opens. I assume that opens.
Yeah, I don't know.
Crickets and cicadas have terrifying mouth parts, so that's just a thing. So we've got some volume here we need to look at. I think that's where the eyeball actually kind of pops out of that. That's interesting. Eyeballs on bugs seem kind of like tertiary, which is weird to me. And this is going to be the first mandible chunk. And then they have these weird little, what, pedipalps? Is that what they're called?
Yeah, well, they're pedipalps and spiders, so I'm not sure if it's the same term in insects.
Who needs fingers when your lips have fingers?
Huh.
And then, is that a leg? What is this? What is this? What's going on here? I think that's the leg. So that might be the whole of the head right there. That's pretty funny looking, to be totally honest. And then for the legs, we got some weird shape. I love drawing crab legs, just because they're fun shapes.
Yeah.
Like a weird knee joint. Another drumstick. Square bit. And then whatever the fuck is going on here. Me. So those are our basic shapes that we're going to have to fiddle with. The other weird thing about bugs is that they are an exoskeleton, but they're kind of flexy. Kind of flexy exoskeletons. Oh yeah, that is an eldritch horror.
Yep.
I don't like that at all.
That is a mole cricket, and they do what it says on the tin. They're mostly subterranean.
Gotcha. Deciding between picking up Ware's Blade of Legendary Curl or Legends of Ekron. Gotcha. Both are a lot of late Kickstarter backings. Nice. I just saw that the D&D Shorts guy just did like $1 million book Kickstarter. I don't understand the internet anymore.
No, me neither.
I guess I never really did. Just fine. Okay, so we have to translate this to this. I think I'm starting to see where I fucked up. Okay. I'm gonna put this over here. Turn this back on. The art's really cool. The art is really cool. Very painterly. Which I'm always jealous of. I should really just start working on that, but like, I don't care. I care. I care that I can't do it, but I don't care to do it, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
I don't want my style to be that way. I like my sketchy style, but it's nice. It looks good, and I'm jealous. That's already so much better. Reference people. Remember to use your references. This should be right above. Antenna will come out here. And then we'll have our big R eyeball. What the fuck is wrong with me today? I'm so
I told you, I used up all of your brain power talking about your game already.
My parents were in town all week, which is great. Like, I got a little bit of work done. But like yesterday, the boy was just would not have it. It was just like, grandparents are not here, and I demand everything. And yeah. This morning when I dropped jump rope off at work, I said, "Have a good week." And I was just like, "What the fuck?" I don't know what I'm doing anymore. Okay. I think I'm going to take a little bit of artistic license here.
Yeah.
And make these little pinchies way creepier. I think that's way better. That's kind of ferociously cute. But now how eldritch... Does anyone have a picture of a cricket's mouth open? I feel like that would break the internet, but... War's Blade? Should there be an E there? Or is that Where's Blade? I read that as Where's Blade. Are they werewolf robots? JRPG inspired TL both. Nice. Okay, those are both cool.
Here's a dissected cricket head.
The labium. Top, bottom, mandibles. Maxilia?
Maxilla?
Okay. I gotta make sure I get those in there. I did not realize how chunky the mandibles were. That, I hate it more. I hate it more.
They are also reinforced with carbon, making them strong enough to scratch steel.
Oh, good. I'm gonna say something that's not racist, but it sounds racist.
Okay.
I hate Mormon crickets.
Yeah.
Maybe that is racist. If it is, tell me. I don't know.
No.
Yeah, please don't just lick the salt off the plate.
The Mormons hate Mormon crickets too. They almost killed everybody.
I don't know if the term Mormon cricket is derogatorily adjacent or not.
I don't think so.
Okay.
This is just the common name of a species of... I don't think they're actually proper crickets.
I think they're a type of locust.
Yeah, I think they're a locust species, but it doesn't matter. They are big and gross and annoying.
I don't remember what they're actually called. I only know them as morning crickets. Okay, so here's the interesting thing. This is a dog. Let's start with that. This is a dog. Dogs and crickets do not look the same.
Nope.
So me giving this like a big old, like hunched. Ooh, actually that does look kind of cool. But that's not how crickets work. Crickets can't fold like that.
Camel crickets kind of do.
Do they? Well,
I'll get you an image.
I like this. We're gonna go with it, even though it's not anatomically correct. I'll do what I want.
This is a camel cricket.
Kid, come on. Camel cricket. All right. I usually try to draw these things small so that they can be scaled up, but like, God, there's just so much to a cricket. Just
Yeah. Yeah.
I tried searching for crickets chewing on Discord, and I only got the sport. That's funny. Yeah, so it looks like the labrum doesn't open. Or is that in the bottom? Which one's the top part? Which one's the bottom part?
The labrum is the sheath on top.
Okay, so it doesn't.
The labium is the underneath part.
Got it.
Yeah, I can't find a very good image of a cricket actually yawning.
Make these look more zergling than not. That's probably fine.
I mean, Bug Puppy pretty much is a zergling. So.
Yeah, that's true. That is true.
I still like I never got over the fact that Zerglings feel so different when you play Zerg as to when you feel play any other faction in StarCraft.
Mm-hmm.
Like when they're your Zerglings, they're cute and funny and cool, but when they descend upon you in waves, it's really quite terrifying.
Yeah. Yeah, like, I mean, part of the fun of the Zergling is just numbers, right? Like, that's the whole...
Yeah.
That's the whole shebang. Sorry, I'm trying to share something. Share. Okay. God, I'm back. What were we saying? I'm sorry. Zerglings.
Oh,
numbers.
Yeah.
Yes.
Zerg.
Yeah, like the Zerg swarm is just, it's fun. It's super fun. We used to, I was letting one of my friends, that's a weird thing to say. I don't know, I've never had to deal with this before. One of my friend's kids.
Yep.
Who I would consider my friend as well. I was letting him play the game. And he was like, you know what would be really fun? Is if I could shoot 1,000 arrows a second. And I was like, sure. Like, let's do it. Like, I can do that for you. Go ham. And so he did that. And then he's like, what if the arrows were the size of the map? I'm like, that sounds really boring to me because you're just going to hit everything. But why not? Let's do it. And hold on a second, sorry.
Yep. Just between you and me, chat, it sounds to me like this kid needs to play Mega Bonk. Really like the idea of fantasy mecha knights. You know, Atomic, that, like, I do as well. In D&D, that's really just a Warforged paladin, isn't it? Art and execution make it cool, though. Or can.
All right. Sorry about that.
No worries.
Anyways, yeah. So wanted to break the game essentially.
Yep.
And to me, I'm like, that doesn't sound fun, but he had a blast doing it. And then I thought about, like, when I was a kid, we used to go into like the StarCraft editor, and like, what if one Marine fought 1,000 Zerglings? Just like, how strong would he have to be to survive that? It's the exact same thing. It's the exact same thing. And so I was like, all right, that's pretty cool. I did also find a really funny, him doing that actually showed me an issue with the game. Which I would not have found unless someone...
That's nice.
And this is kind of a cool thing. And I'll share it with you guys, which maybe no one cares, but maybe people do. One way to optimize projectiles in a game is, instead of constantly create projectile, shoot projectile, destroy projectile, you, at the start of the game, create 100 projectiles. And then when you shoot it, you pull one out of the list, fire it, and then instead of destroying it, you put it back in the pool. And so you basically have like a giant clip of objects that are just getting cycled in and out.
Cool.
And so I did that, and the problem was that when you take the first arrow and put it in the quote-unquote quiver to be shot, it looks at the character stats, and if the character has a like +1 damage or +1 size, so the arrow's bigger, it applies that to the object and shoots it. And normally,
But doesn't take it off?
Yeah, exactly. So like when I first started doing that, that's fine, because then the object is destroyed and the stats go away. But because I started putting them back into this quiver, or this pool, it retained that number. And all through my testing was fine, because, you know, I have to shoot 100 times before this arrow goes back out and then gets scaled up to +2 and plus whatever.
Yeah.
And so you don't notice that tiny, like, you basically get double sized at that point. And you wouldn't notice the change again until it goes all the way through the cycle again. But because he was shooting thousands of arrows a second, visually, every time he fired, the arrows just kept getting bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger. And I was like, what is happening? What is going on? And so now I have to, like, right before we put it back in the pool, we reset it back to its original state. But, like, I thought that was pretty neat. So, like, stress testing and letting kids just destroy games is a good thing.
Yeah.
Is a good thing.
Cool.
Kid, what on earth are you doing? Okay. I really like where this is going now. This feels very cute and menacing. I think the way to make things look cute, even though like this isn't like a Pokemon, is to make them smooth. If you make them too spiny, they get weird.
Yeah.
So I think that's what we got to do to keep this thing looking cute. Okay, I think we're done with the face, so I think I can turn this off. Yeah. I don't know what's going on right here. Like right here. What is this? I think it's the legs. Each of the legs? Or like, is it a body fold? Let's look at the big picture again. That's not helpful at all. I think we need something like... They've got a little bit of a neck.
Yeah.
Which is weird. We don't think about bugs having necks. And then we want these weird oblong shapes. That is indicative of all crab-like creatures. Like, most people want to make crab legs or spider legs like this, where they're just like straight lines, but they're really all
arched and curved.
Weird little arch curves, yeah. Maybe I should really steal this dog's pose. And give him like a little... You thirsty, kid? You need a drink? The kid decided to turn the fridge temperature all the way up.
Oh no.
I got a drink out of the fridge. I'm like, is this thing broken? Like, nope. Just turned off. Hey, here. You full of goldfish? You are so messy. I just gave you a bath. You were just covered in it. What is this? This doesn't look quite right. What do they do here? Too many foldy bits.
There are so many hingy bits. I'm trying to find some reference that would help you. I found one that's like a good angle, but it's not. It's a little bit fuzzy. See if that helps you.
Ooh. That's a completely different ass-looking cricket.
Yes, it is. And I'm sorry.
No, that's okay. Like, that was my problem, too. When I was looking for references, I couldn't find two crickets that looked the same. Like, I just couldn't.
Even in the same species, I'm having trouble finding, like, photos of crickets that look the same.
Hey. Do not put those beans in your mouth or your nose. not in your nose. All right, we're gonna put the beans away. Give me a second.
Yep.
What do you need here? Would you in your nose? No? Okay. Beans are a supervised toy.
Something that's not a choking hazard, I guess.
I don't think so. Not anymore, anyways. Can you choke on a bean? Am I being an irresponsible parent? Letting my child play with dried beans?
Not necessarily.
Just have to bust out the pasta noodles. Those could probably also possibly go up a nose too, though. So.
Yeah.
Been playing
But
Metaphor.
they're gonna be pokey enough that it's probably less likely he's gonna hurt himself unintentionally or get something stuck. I hope.
Okay, so if we do this, the other leg would probably be like right here. Make sure I'm not drawing on the face layer. I am drawing on the face layer. Okay, let's get rid of that. Let's grab this, because I like this. So we're going to keep
They
it.
are just eldritch horrors underneath, aren't they?
Yeah, never flip a bug over. Or crab, for that matter. Crabs are terrifying from the bottom.
Well, it's a good thing H.P. Lovecraft never looked at an armored cricket from Africa. We'd have 5 or 6 more books.
Right? Oh, sorry. Atomic. Let me read this again. So I've been playing Metaphor Raffnatiz Refancio lately. And the Gauntlet Runner are giving me ideas on what I should want a fantasy mech game to be like. Nice. Yeah, like, Lancer seems pretty cool. I like the concept. But, I've been struggling lately with DMing, to be totally honest. I don't know if I'm burnt out or just too tired or what, but, like... even yesterday, like, Corvus and I sat down to try to, like, resolve something from the last game. And in doing so, like, we talked for, like, 10-20 minutes, and then I thought about it a little bit. I'm like, I should have done that completely differently. I should have, like, completely done that differently. I say resolve, like, it was just, like, a one-on-one, like, mini session to, like, hey, I want to talk to this vendor, but I don't need to do it with everyone at the table. It's like, that's fine.
Yeah.
Yeah, my RP has been weak. My RP game has been just garbage lately, so I need to work on that. And so adding mechs into that seems like it would compound that issue.
Yeah.
I don't know how I feel about this. I really like the face, and I don't know if there's a way for me to draw the back leg, without it making some tangents here. That's always kind of my problem with bugs, is like they just got shit jutting off on them all over the place.
Yeah. So many So many extra lines.
And even looking at like the cricket you posted, like it's hard to discern where, like, is that a leg part? What is that?
Yep.
Where does that go? So I think we're gonna maybe take a little more creativity here.
I look at some of these I almost said crabs. I look at some of these crickets and I'm like, wait, since when do crickets have abs on their mouth parts?
What was it? I just watched there's some guy on YouTube he's got a big channel. I see him all the time, but I don't know who he is. He's like a food creator. He goes around eating weird shit.
Okay.
And I think he was eating the giant sea louse things.
Oh. Isopod? Giant ocean
giant
isopods?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And I skimmed the video because I'm like, they're just talking for like the first 20 minutes. And I was like, I don't care. I just want to see you eat this and tell me what it's like. And it was like a 10-second clip of them actually eating it, and they were both just like, oh, this is completely disgusting. And then they're like, it's fine. And then that was the end of the video. And I was like, what? What was it? What was it like?
They're just huge crustaceans that wouldn't just be like crab.
I mean, that's what I'd think. That's what you'd think, but I don't know.
Because they're both ocean bottom feeders. They're both crustaceans.
I think they said it was really briny, which okay.
Yeah.
And I don't know if they ate the legs, to be honest. I think they just ate the undermeat. Bugs, man. Bugs and crabs. They're similar.
Everything with an exoskeleton wants to be crab.
Yeah. I like where we're going with this. But we're not quite there yet. This part always drives me crazy with crabs. Their little knee joints.
Yeah.
What do you think, Drew? Is this an okay placement for that leg, even though it's covering the face?
I think so.
I think if I keep the line weight really heavy here, and then make this kind of like leave detail out and make it dark, it'll be fine.
Yeah. I don't see any tangents that are driving me crazy.
Okay. I actually kind of like that elbow. I'm going to keep that elbow.
Yeah. Yeah, I think if you're careful with your line weights, that should be fine.
Try that. Let's see how that goes.
God, nothing like looking at YouTube images of giant ocean isopods to take you right back to the Precambrian era.
No worry, Muffet. I accept you're sorry. My brain is bluey. My entire brain is bluey. Oh man, the leg. Fucking back leg.
The big old hopper leg. Yeah.
It's bigger than the body.
Yeah.
So
Talk about thunder thighs.
I think I am going to need more space. To shrink it.
Yeah. Man, a cricket the size of a dog, how freaking loud would that thing be?
Wop, wop. Wop, wop.
I mean, it would sound like a subwoofer. Like,
Yeah.
I feel like it's gonna stop your heart every time it cries.
I don't want to. This is already a 3,000 by 3,000 canvas.
Yeah, so you don't want to
I don't want to make it bigger.
scale it up.
I think I need like an inch more on each side. So we'll go 12 inches by 12 inches. What is happening? Oh, this is scale. I don't want to. No, I want to scale it by 2 inches on either side. Okay, that's better.
It does look a little bit like it's about to eat that little cricket. Which, I mean, is a thing locusts will do.
Oh yeah, freaking cannibal orgies. Not cool. I hate that. I don't like that at all. I think this should be the first arm. This will be the second arm. And then we have the leg. The butt leg should be right here. It covers up the butt, and I like the butt.
Are you going to give it a big ovipositor spike?
Yeah. Yeah, my junk. Okay. So this is the part I was getting at. Like, I could make it. I could make the image the entire bug, right? I could draw this. I could draw the entire bug. But I feel like for the card, we're probably only going to use that much. So I don't know if I actually need to draw the entire bug. I might need to get a confirmation of it. Wait, do I need to draw all these? And you look at it.
I assume you haven't been paid for the guy in the image as well.
Yeah.
But it does need, what, armor or a harness leash thing?
Yeah, I forgot about that. I was thinking about giving it like a collar. I thought that would be funny, but like, this would just be like right here, go around the head, maybe under this. Just have like a dog tag. That's gonna get lost so bad. We could just give it like a harness. This way. It's an 82 we did. Could just be back here. Looks like a muzzle. Ooh, actually, that could be kind of cool if we like tie the antennas together. Like
Oh
a lead.
no.
Like a lead on the antennas.
It feels very neat to me for some reason.
I'll grab back. You on the board.
Mm. Or the swarm, indeed.
I gotta stretch real quick. My back's killing me. Good thing we got the sweetest okay. We're back in it. Hope Chorus is okay. I haven't heard from him today.
Yeah.
Okay, this will be the next leg here. Yeah, I think I can play with the legs a little bit more than I am. I think this is probably a good place to stop, actually. This is very much... I think this is a good sketch I can send off to the clients and see if they like it, see where it's going. I think, like, for this hand, I think we'd make this a little more claw-like. Make it a little scarier.
Yeah.
Should it be clawed down or clawed up? That's the question. That looks a little more.
I kind of think, yeah, I don't. I kind of think down because you're losing a lot of the cute.
I'm making it
But you might
jaggedy.
have to-
It's not making it cute anymore, is it?
Yeah, not really. So you might be able to pick that up with just with the like body motion expression.
You need to make sure it's not fingers. That's the big thing.
Yeah.
It should be like one claw here. And another claw here. That's pretty good. I like that. Christopher, welcome in. Sorry, I didn't see your name there. I was out of the room for a second. I just kind of started paying attention again. That's not bad. Ooh, what did I do? Yeah, boys running out of steam. What's happening here? What? Oh. Oh no. Where are those eyeballs? What kind of eyes do they have? Are they smooth? They're smooth.
They are compound eyes, but they're not. They're not like dragonfly compound eyes. They are just little black beads.
Yeah, not space. Okay, I think I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna send that back and be like, hey, do you guys want me to draw the entirety of the legs or just focus on the face? It wouldn't be hard to get the legs in there. And maybe I'll just do it. Let's just grab all these. I think it's time anyways to... We've been dancing around it for so long.
Yeah.
It just doesn't...
I mean...
The perspective of the picture itself is going to be weird because it's no longer square. Which is fine. The boy just disappeared into another video. I don't like that. I will be right back. I think it's time, kid. We gotta move this. This is not a box for you to play with. Okay, whatever. Let's finish up this leg and then we'll call it. I'm gonna have you on in the background as I paint some minis. Nice. That sounds fun. So what kind of minis are you painting? Warhammer, I assume? I guess if you're painting, I don't want to interrupt you. Let's just assume you're painting Warhammer minis.
That's probably a fair assumption.
Let's get this dog in here. We don't need that anymore. I'm using this pen too big too. I'm getting lazy. I don't like it. I don't like it. I'm getting tired of getting lazy. This should get thinner like a drumstick. Little cricket drumstick.
Oh, it is that shape, isn't
Yeah.
it?
this is like a weird little curve. Curve should do the thing. That is the weird thing about, like I said, like the skeletons are kind of bendy.
Mm-hmm.
But like that bendiness is built into the function of it, which I kind of hate.
Yeah.
It's like, so how do you jump? Well, I just flex my bones. And I let the tension on the bones just launch me into the air.
My knees have a built-in trigger mechanism.
Yep. I accidentally spoiled it because I haven't played Helldivers in a little while, but they just added a new boss monster thing in Helldivers. And it looks awesome. It's like looks like an Independence Day alien mech.
Ah. Nice. Which is the thing that I also feel like was modeled after the Zerg.
Oh, yeah, definitely. Well,
which
maybe
are
the
modeled
Protons.
after. Yeah.
Nothing is anything and everything is everything. Nothing is unique.
There are a lot of alien bugs, yeah.
Did I accidentally turn off my back leg, or did I just delete it? It's over here. What will we draw over here? Excuse me.
Always hard to tell. Hey Corvus, how's it going?
Wasn't it?
Hi. It goes alright for me.
Good.
Just some generic D&D minis by Bit the Bullet. Currently doing the Dragonborn Sorcerer with a water theme. Nice. That's fun.
Yeah.
Oh god, what are these little hooks? It's on the inner leg?
Yes. You don't need to worry about it too much.
How are you, Corvus?
Alright. I tried playing your game on Steam Deck yesterday.
How'd that go?
Kinda unplayable.
Oh yeah? How so?
So I move and I can shoot.
Mm-hmm.
And like I can do secondary attacks. I can't place towers
Oh, interesting.
or walls.
Uh-oh.
I can't select them, and it's like set up where it's like still has like keyboard and mouse. Like
Is the Steam Deck
I
not a controller? How's the Steam Deck set
it
up?
is a control. It is a controller,
Okay.
but it for some reason it didn't show like, oh, press this control for to do whatever. And like I couldn't even like touch the screen to like click on a tower to place it.
Interesting. Maybe I have to make specific Steam Deck compatible profiles. I thought I could just piggyback it off the controller scheme, which should be like directional pad, left thumbstick, right thumbstick.
Yeah.
And
I
bump.
would have assumed you could.
I will have to figure that out, because that is something I want to do. I want to make sure that people can play it on the Steam Deck. Good to know. Good to know.
Yeah, so like directional pad works. the right trigger is primary attack, left trigger is secondary attack. I don't know which one is Q. Okay, Q is Y.
I was playing with one of my other friends, and he was like, "Why is jump this button?" And I'm like, "I don't know. I just like I arbitrarily mapped it out to my keyboard or to my controller that I had." He's like, he was just like, "That's stupid." I'm like, "All right, fair enough. I'll look at it." I might have already switched it since then. Because part of me is like, "Oh, jump should be up here," but then you can't jump and shoot at the same time. I'm like, that's bad. That's bad. Gotta jump and shoot.
Okay. Okay. I finally managed to put a tower down.
Nice.
So, it's very unintuitive.
Okay, that's good
Just
info.
gonna- I have to push the touchpad to, like, pull up a tower profile thing. And then I have to, like, attack.
Oh,
right
yeah, because
trigger
you
put
have
it down.
the left click or the activation. Okay.
Yeah, so it's,
You
there's
could just-
nowhere on here that says that, like, that's what you do.
Right. Yeah, because it should update. Actually, I didn't put anything there. That's interesting. I could put a tooltip down for placing the tower itself.
Yeah.
It makes sense with a keyboard. It's just like you're left clicking. You're always left clicking. Everything is left
Also,
clicking.
I can't, like, change the camera. Like, I can, like, rotate, like, my compass, but the character is, like, jittery and won't rotate.
Oh. That's interesting.
Like, they're always facing, like, the same direction, but, like, when I, like, rotate using the right joystick toggle, it doesn't work.
Yeah. I think that could be, that's because of the cursor. Basically, there's a small cursor that the character's supposed to look at. But the flipping doesn't happen unless your mouse is on one side of the screen or not. I'll have to think about that. I'll have to think about how to do that for the controller. Because you don't have a static mouse that it's tracking. I'll have to track the last input,
Yeah.
maybe? Track the last forward input. Twin stick shooters, man. They're fun. They're fun, but they're complicated.
So yeah, I was like, when I tried to play that on Steam Deck last night, I was like, I need to tell Rick about these issues I'm having. So,
Steam Deck.
Yeah, I did the same thing this morning.
That's good.
I ate all of Rook's mental power before we started the stream.
I think we're in a better place though for it. I think what we do, what I did, or will do, will be better in the long run.
Yeah, that's good.
but yeah, it's very like I can move and attack, but like, I can't like if a crab is coming behind me, I can't attack the crab.
You can't rotate your character at all? Like
No.
you should be able to attack in both directions, and you can't do that. Maybe I don't understand how the Steam Deck works. Does the Steam Deck not have a right thumbstick?
It does.
And that doesn't do anything for your character.
No, I said it didn't.
Okay. I was clarifying. So,
So, like,
it's
when
not
I
just
w-
that the
yeah.
character doesn't flip. It's that the little like round circle below you with the little arrow never moves.
It moves, but like it doesn't do anything.
Interesting. Okay, that is a problem. Because that means your character is moving forward, but the attack is not following. I don't know what that is. I'll have to dig into that.
Well, hey, let me, because I exited out. Let me go back in here.
Sure. Because there's two things happening, right? The character is a 3D cube with a forward-facing direction, and so that round circle with a little nibbit on the bottom is always showing you which way the character is quote unquote facing. But because you're a sprite character, the sprite is unlinked to that. So when you attack, if you're using a melee character or like the archer, that should always be in that forward direction, and that's controlled by the right thumbstick. So if that is not moving, that is a bad thing that I need to fix. that is a problem.
Small correction.
Okay.
It does work.
Oh, okay.
So it does.
Yeah, I thought initially you were just saying that the sprite itself didn't flip when you moved, which is that's cosmetic and that's not really an issue. But
Yeah, it's just weird because it's clearly trying to move. Because the sprite itself jiggled. It's like I can't move. I'm like stuck.
I might need to find somebody with a Steam Deck so I can play with it.
It's like there's two. Yeah.
Go ahead.
So like it's set up mostly like a normal like controller, but it has like essentially like mouse pads on it as well.
Oh, do you have a cursor on your screen?
Yeah.
Okay, so I wonder if
But
it's
like when I move it, the right one doesn't do anything.
Okay.
But when I do it on the left one, it like if I click one side of the mouse pad, it pops down a tower. If I click on the other, I can switch it to like a wall or whatever.
Okay, so that's so the left one is
then
the
I have
directional pad. Is what that sounds like. Do you have a directional pad on the thing, or is it just the thumb pad? I'm gonna look up a Steam Deck.
Yeah. I was getting ready to pull up sit in the picture.
Yeah, sure. Let me just look it up. Steam Deck. Okay, let's look at this. Okay, so you have. Does the directional pad on the top left make the towers show up too?
I don't think so.
Interesting.
Let me check.
I think the thumb pads are the thing that's not. I've not programmed anything for thumb pads. That might be the problem, and so it's just like trying to default those to something else.
Yeah. I also have like two. I have also a L4 and L5 and R4 and R5. So there's like a bunch of buttons on this one. I haven't tried those yet. And they're like on the underside of the
Gotcha.
thing. So, like the thing that has lots of buttons because games requires a decent amount of buttons sometimes. And this was like them trying to do it.
So the way I've mapped out the controller is My wonder is because it has the mouse, it doesn't know whether to use the mouse or the controller settings, and so it keeps switching between the two. Because if it's on the controller, the last direction you pushed on the right thumbstick should be your facing direction. But if you have a mouse, it's just constantly looking at the mouse and making you face that direction. So if it can't differentiate those two, it might get confused. And I'm gonna have to figure that out. I'm gonna have to figure out how to get around that.
Okay, so I just was fiddling with the cross-directional pad, like the buttons, and it does pull up the tower.
Okay, so that's
so does the
totally
left.
good.
So does the left touchpad.
Can you move your character with the left touchpad?
No,
Good.
not at all.
Okay, that's good. So it is just defaulting to the directional pad. Then that's a boon for me.
Yeah, and I can move when I'm placing down walls and everything. I can move them with the right thumbstick, as well as the right thumb pad.
Okay. Right thumbstick and right thumbstick. That's interesting. So that's cursor and thumbstick.
Yeah.
Okay. Try pushing A, and then
A?
don't touch the A or B. Try just pushing A or B, and then don't touch the right thumb pad again, and use the thumbstick and see if that makes it function. Because that should force it to be controller and not mouse.
So the right is jump, or not right, but A is jump.
Okay.
And when I use the right directional pad, it just moves the cursor around.
It just moves the cursor around. Okay.
Yep. As well as like the circle.
It does. So it is still tracking the mouse. Okay.
Yep.
Okay. Well, that's something I can play with at least.
B is dodge or whatever.
I think I'm missing an arm. Oh no, because this arm is on the ground. This one is not. That's fine.
Yeah, it's easy to miss behind your little cricket reference.
Yeah.
Oh, that's weird. I hate it. Sorry.
Did you just look
Not
at the
you.
cricket?
No. I
Do not climb. Did you find a button you weren't happy with?
yeah.
I need to know
I
what
don't
that
know
is.
how the turn to. It's the camera, like for the character.
Mhm.
I figured it out. It's the touch screen.
Okay. Gotcha.
Like the actual, I had to move the character with the touch screen.
Oh. That's weird.
Not like move the camera, but like the sprite.
Mhm.
So
You can't just do that with the left thumbstick.
nope.
That's wild.
Yeah. I'll have to figure that out. I don't know what's going on there. I might just be doing it wrong, having it track the mouse. But because it's an isometric game, it has all kinds of weird issues with it. Because, like, even though it looks like this all the time, that's not necessarily how it actually is. And then so when you're looking through the camera and you want to, like, click on something on the foreground to say, hey, look that direction, your character could be like 1,000 miles towards the camera and it would look backwards because it's weird. It's a whole thing. I'm kind of thinking about scrapping it, but I really like it. And so it's like it was a artistic choice that we made very early on of like, let's just go orthographic. And now it's like, do I need this? Do I need it to be orthographic? I don't know anymore. Well, who knows?
Also, another thing that just happened because my base got overran. Also, I don't know how I can start the thing outside just touching the screen to hit start.
The menus are touch based.
So to like start the wave.
Oh yes, that is a little weird. With the controller, you have to basically open any menu, so you can hit tab or you can hit escape, and then you should be able to toggle to it by pushing right.
Yeah, and to even hit tab, I had to push the screen.
Mm-hmm. So like, I don't know how to deal with that. Like this is a weird thing with controllers, because you're using the controller to control the character, and then how do you access UI stuff in the game? And I think most games, you just have to pause it. So maybe it shouldn't be on the top right. Maybe it should be when you push the start menu. It's like start next wave? ? That might be a better place for it, so it's not there. But with the mouse, it feels totally intuitive to just click shit on the UI, right? Like on the GUI.
Yeah, it does.
And so like trying to build for controller and for keyboard is really strange.
Yeah.
And that's one of the reasons why. Because it's like you have to contextually change how you control things.
The way, like, I think you can do it, at least for Steam Deck, but I don't know about other things, is to open up like inventory or pad, map it to maybe like one of the buttons like that's on the other side, on the underside of the controller.
Mm-hmm. Just have like a contextual menu button. That could work.
Yeah.
There used to be.
Because you barely ever push them in most games.
Really?
But also,
Okay.
yeah, a lot of games are built around, because a lot of games at least I play are built with like Xbox and PlayStation mind.
Mm-hmm.
They rarely ever use the underside buttons.
Okay.
But often those things will often have an additional button, like on a PlayStation controller you have like the big square flat button that you can push in the middle.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah.
So,
that's not a bad. Something I've seen a few times, which might be a good way to do it, is like when you hold down one of those buttons, then you get access to the cursor, and so you could just then you could click on it. That might be a way to do that. But yeah,
but
shifting
the issue I was having though was so my basically overran, and so I got like game over screen.
Mm-hmm.
I couldn't push it. I could move down the menu.
Okay.
But I couldn't push any of the things. I could not exit or leave the game.
True, you had that problem too, didn't you? I'm wondering if one of my buttons isn't hooked up. I wonder if maybe some of the buttons.
But it was only when I
did have that issue.
got like game over so far. Like I couldn't like exit the game or exit game.
I'll look into that because
I did like
I think
exit to
that's-
menu.
It should be the same menu, but maybe not. Oh, maybe those buttons aren't hooked up.
But yeah.
I never lose the game because I just die. I will look that up real quick. And then I just exit. When I die, I just exit Unity.
Yeah.
Yeah. Maybe not the greatest idea.
I think I just overlooked it. That would be my guess. Let's see if I can find it.
Sorry. But I don't these things are helpful.
Yeah. I'm gonna see if I can duplicate that issue. I don't have a Steam Deck, but I do have a controller.
Yeah. Okay, I gotta go. This kid is gonna hurt himself here.
Being spicy? Okay.
Yeah, he's hungry. It's time for his nap. So, thanks for hanging out today, everybody. I'm glad I got some bugs that you cannot draw on that. It is not time for you to draw on that. Thanks for testing the game too, Corvus. I do appreciate it. I'll probably be around this afternoon to dick around with it more. Drew and I had some ideas I'm going to try to implement, see if that's any fun. And then, yeah. I think that's all I got. We've been streaming for a while today, so.
Yeah.
Yeah, you almost 3 hours.
Yeah. So we're going to call it. Thanks again. Stay happy, stay healthy. Keep your dice at the table. We'll catch everybody next Monday with a new viewer suggested poll on the community post, so you can suggest your characters for next week's draw. I'm glad we got through all of them this week. That was fun. But we'll do another one next week. So thanks again. Have a wonderful, safe weekend because the weather is weird right now. It's like 80 degrees in Idaho and like raining horribly here. Who knows? So thanks again. Bye, everybody. Thank you, Corvus and Druid, for hanging out today.
Yeah.
I'll catch you guys
See ya.
next week. Bye. Is there a theme next week? Ooh. No? But if you think of one, feel free to suggest it. We'll go from there. I guess it is almost Easter. Maybe bunnies.